Its logistical constraints have meant Kumba Iron Ore having to reconfigure its business or its production so that it doesn't overproduce material that it won't be able to export. The miner has had to revise its production and sales targets as a result.
We've clearly been challenged. And that's what got us to a position towards the end of last year where we decided to fundamentally reconfigure our business as a business that will deliver from a production volumes perspective between 35 and 37 million tons. And from a sales perspective, we've said 36 to 38 million tons. And that's simply because we got to the end of the third quarter and we were stock bound. All our on-mine stockpiles were full and we had started trucking out material to fill stockpiles. But the essence of the reconfiguration caused us to pause and fundamentally focus on stripping out costs.
As a result of having to reconfigure the company's business, Kumba gave its latest update on what had happened in terms of job losses in the period.
Sadly for us, that also came with the reality of having to go through Section 189 restructuring, where 490 of our roles have been impacted as part of this. And we've also had to engage with some of our contractor companies.
Despite their challenges, Kumba's financial performance remained robust, with profits still elevated, albeit at a lower level.
Year on year, but I think that's got to be seen in the context of a lot of the commodity prices that have rolled over year on year. I think the iron ore price particularly has probably been a little bit more resilient than some of the other commodity prices like the PGMs, etc., who really, are operating at kind of cash break-even levels for the good mines, and the bad mines are actually losing money in the PGM space. Whereas, Kumba's average price realized was about, I think, $97 per ton, and I think their cost break-even cost is well below that. I think in the 30s or 40s or so. So, they're still generating very good cash flows for shareholders.
Going forward, Kumba's cautiously optimistic that its work with Transnet and other stakeholders looking to improve the state-owned enterprise's fortunes will also see its medium-term fortunes improve.
What I'm pleased with is the fact that our collaboration with Transnet is strong. They are very open and transparent around the essence of us assisting them. And then secondly, from a broader government perspective, I actually am pleased with what our new government has been saying around the aspect of policy reforms, because we've always said that one of the key things that has to come right is the essence of improving or the implementation of greater private sector participation.
When it comes to market fundamentals, it's believed that the key market for iron ore, China, will continue to remain under some pressure. Kumba says it expects iron ore prices to remain stable for the balance of the year, although it holds out some hope that prices may increase as demand from China traditionally rises ahead of the Chinese New Year early next year. Nampumelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.